Important alert. A police officer is bringing a warrant to your house because Archangel Michael says, everything was going smoothly, until today. Something shifted behind closed doors, and now forces are already on their way. You're not even aware that your name is printed boldly on a piece of paper, and someone close to you caused it. The silence in your neighborhood might feel like peace, but there's tension building just below the surface. A police officer has already been instructed to approach your home. The reason will break your heart once you know who was behind it. Archangel Michael says, you must be strong now. Because the next knock on your door will not be from a friend. And when that knock lands, your world will begin to shift in ways you never imagined. This is not just a warning, it is a divine preparation. The spiritual realm is screaming out for your attention. A police officer is being sent not because of what you did, but because of what someone said you did. Type Amen to get blessing 333. A twisted lie has taken form in official paperwork. Someone spoke your name, not in truth, but in betrayal. And what they said has made its way through legal systems rapidly. This wasn't just anyone, it was someone you once shared meals with. They took personal moments, twisted them, and used them as weapons against you. Their goal wasn't justice, it was revenge. Now, your address is on record. The officer bringing the document believes it's just procedure. But this is not ordinary, this is spiritual warfare disguised as law. You have no time to waste pretending nothing is happening. You must rise in awareness, protect yourself, and understand, this was planned weeks ago. You just weren't meant to know until now. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The whisper started from a female voice. She was calm, but her tone was laced with intent. In one phone call, she destroyed your reputation in a government system. She played innocent, but she was plotting from the shadows. She gave your name, described your face, and exaggerated every story you ever told her in confidence. Her words burned through systems faster than you'd believe. A specific officer was selected, not just by law, but by spiritual interference. This officer isn't just knocking on your door, he's bringing the weight of shame, confusion, and unjust accusation with him. You are being framed, slowly and methodically. Every time you ignored the signs, this plan gained power. And now, you're seconds away from truth falling like thunder. The energy at your door will be heavy, don't ignore the vibrations in your chest. Type Amen to get blessing 555. This officer has already been shown your photo. Your eyes, your smile, your habits, they've all been analyzed. But he doesn't know the real story, only what was submitted in paper and voice. It wasn't enough for your enemies to leave you alone. They wanted to humiliate you publicly. The warrant they created is built not on your actions, but on their bitterness. You need to know this name, Priya. She's not a stranger to you. In fact, she once told you she'd defend you no matter what. But she turned first. She crafted a report that sounds convincing. But it's built on jealousy, emotion, and complete fiction. She believed this would silence you forever. Type Amen to get blessing 717. They want to corner you emotionally. They want you to panic. But the message from heaven is, do not fall into their trap. Even now, your phone may feel hot in your hand, that's not just radiation. That's energy trying to warn you. Someone even used your number in a financial activity without your knowledge. This goes deeper than paperwork. This is a setup rooted in spiritual envy. There is something powerful coming your way, and they can sense it, so they moved quickly to ruin it. You are being targeted because your future frightens them. Your rise threatens their illusion of control. They couldn't match your light, so they called darkness into your name. Type Amen to get blessing 202. There was a meeting last week. 3 people. 2 women and 1 man. All of them discussed how to trigger the system against you. One of them works in administration. She knew how to push the right buttons to activate the legal system. She whispered, "I want them arrested. I don't care how." That was the seed. Now, the police officer has no idea he's a pawn. He's delivering a piece of paper that came from hatred, not justice. But once it's in your hand, you'll feel the tremble of spiritual injustice. Archangel Michael says, "You are not alone in this moment. You were chosen for this storm because your roots are stronger than they know. Your calm presence is about to awaken an untouchable strength." Type Amen to get blessing 636. You're not being punished, you're being proven. This situation will reveal who stands beside you, and who celebrates when you're down. The silence of those you once called family will speak louder than the accusation itself. Someone in your family knows this is happening. But they have chosen not to tell you. They've decided to stay quiet because they think you deserve what's coming. But heaven disagrees. The divine realm is shaking right now with energy rushing to shield you. The false voices will not go unpunished. The officer is coming with a warrant. But he is also walking into your spiritual zone. The moment he steps near your door, a shift in energy will awaken. Type Amen to get blessing 818. This isn't about fear. This is about revelation. The real question is, are you ready to know who truly betrayed you? Look at your messages. Go through your call history. There's a name you keep ignoring. That's the one who made the call that started it all. They pretended to check on you, but really they were checking if the plan worked. And now, everything is about to unfold faster than you think. The police officer has been told you are dangerous. That you need to be watched. That you could flee. But heaven knows you are the target of lies, not the author of them. Stand tall. Don't resist, don't panic. Let truth be your fire. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The street outside your home has already been marked. Your location was sent through a private channel. The warrant is just a key, but the door they're trying to open leads to embarrassment. You must reclaim your dignity in this spiritual war. Even if you're innocent, they'll try to twist every word you say. That's why this message came in time. Archangel Michael says, this situation may look like the end, but it's your transformation. What's meant to harm you will instead unlock blessings so wild, they'll regret ever coming near you. Your hands are clean. Your heart is steady. And justice will lean in your favor soon. Type Amen to get blessing 303. There's a neighbor who watched everything unfold. They knew something was off. They saw Priya visiting someone late at night and whispering over documents. That neighbor is about to speak. Their voice will carry divine truth into the lies they've wrapped around you. It will crack the entire false case apart. But before that, you will have to endure the shock. The news will spread. People will talk. Screenshots will fly. Your name will be whispered again, but with suspense, not respect. You're being watched more closely than ever before. This is not just local, it's personal. Spiritual protection must now be activated. Type Amen to get blessing 515. This is the final part of the plan. After the officer arrives, they will try to intimidate you. But if you remain still, if you remain aligned with your divine truth, you will shift everything. Your silence will scream louder than arguments. Your stillness will unsettle those who expect chaos. The system they used against you will begin to backfire. There is a secret file being held. It has information you've never seen before. But it proves your innocence, and it's going to appear through divine timing. So, wait. Be alert. Heaven is not late. God is watching every single move around your name. Type Amen to get blessing 123. The warrant might say one thing, but your spirit already knows the truth. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. And those who plotted this will soon be exposed publicly. Stand tall when the knock comes. Receive the paper. Don't resist, observe. The next few days will unfold like a movie, but you are not the villain in it. Archangel Michael says, "This moment is your thunder." Do not fear the rain, it is falling to reveal who's been hiding under umbrellas of lies. Your light will return, but first, it must burn the falsehood away. When the officer sees your eyes, something will shift. He will feel the injustice, even if he doesn't say it. Heaven will speak through your calm. Type Amen to get blessing 404. The moment your fingers touch that warrant, something will happen inside you. A divine energy will rush to your chest, and your intuition will awaken like never before. You'll feel your breath shift, not out of fear, but awareness. Your name, printed on that paper, carries more than ink. It carries the intent of someone who wants to replace your presence with silence. But they underestimated the force behind your name. Your name carries light, legacy, and an unstoppable divine assignment. You were never supposed to live an ordinary life. That's why extraordinary attacks keep coming. This one, with the police officer and the warrant, is just the most dramatic so far. They want people to see you as guilty before the truth even breathes. But what they don't know is that heaven has already started preparing a reversal so massive, it will leave them trembling. Type Amen to get blessing 777. A call is being recorded even now. Someone is trying to confirm that you're home. Someone is monitoring your movements through a friend pretending to care. This is not about justice. This is about silencing the one voice they couldn't manipulate. They know you are strong, but they're praying your strength breaks in the middle of this storm. But listen, do not break. Even when the officer stands in front of you, even when they read words that sound nothing like your soul, do not collapse. Archangel Michael says, stay still. Your innocence carries weight in the unseen realms. And soon, that same force that brought the storm will tremble before the storm you are becoming. Type Amen to get blessing 121. There are security cameras nearby your home. One of them will capture this moment. And later, when the truth flips, that footage will defend your honor without a single word. Right now, someone is smirking. They think they've won. They think you'll panic, run, or react in a way that makes you look guilty. But you won't. You'll open the door, look into the officer's eyes, and say only what is necessary. No more. No less. And while you do, heaven will be recording every move of your enemy, every whisper, every lie, every fake tear they practiced in the mirror before they reported you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. The officer isn't evil. He's misinformed. And your story will awaken something in him, his doubt will begin the unraveling of this plot. What was meant to break you will become the evidence of how protected you truly are. Because what they didn't count on was the power of truth wrapped in stillness. This is your awakening, not your defeat. The police officer will be the first to feel something is wrong, not with you, but with the words on the paper he's carrying. That paper is soaked in lies. But it is your truth that will shine through. Heaven does not lose its chosen ones to paperwork. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Someone is panicking right now. The person who triggered this police involvement is feeling a tightness in their chest. They fear one thing, that you'll remain calm and uncover everything. That's why they're pacing in their room. That's why they're checking their phone, looking for updates. They expected a meltdown, but you're not melting, you're awakening. This is the part where your name starts to make noise in heaven. The angels are aligning with legal shifts that will protect you. This is not just a human mistake, it's a spiritual test. And you're passing it. Every breath you take, every calm step you walk, is confusing your enemies more than screaming ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You will soon hear about another person who was involved. They are pretending to be quiet, but they contributed to the false evidence. Their name is about to surface. You've spoken to them recently. They even asked you strange questions, trying to get details out of you to pass along. You didn't suspect them, but now you will. Watch how they react when news of the warrant spreads. The ones who helped frame you will panic in silence. Let them. Because this is how heaven uncovers snakes, with their own trembling. Let them fall into the holes they dug for you. Type Amen to get blessing 505. There's an older man involved in this too. He may be someone you trusted as a guide or mentor. He offered to help but gave your information to the wrong hands. He thought he was protecting someone else. But now, he's beginning to realize the damage he caused by choosing the wrong side. A time will come when he apologizes. But for now, he remains silent. His guilt is growing, and it will soon make him confess. This is not just legal. This is generational. Your family line has been under fire for a while, but you are the one who is supposed to break the cycle. Type Amen to get blessing 636. There's a file being prepared that will shock everyone. A file with messages, screenshots, and a witness statement that contradicts the warrant entirely. It hasn't been delivered yet. But it's coming, and it will turn the tide. Archangel Michael says, the delay you felt lately was divine timing. It wasn't denial, it was alignment. Heaven has been holding back this moment so your enemies expose themselves fully. Now they're exposed. And now you're ready. The officer may bring a warrant, but soon, he'll return with an apology. Type Amen to get blessing 101. In the next few days, you'll receive a message from an anonymous source. This message will reveal a hidden detail you didn't know about the case. Save it. Do not delete it. It will become your sword. Someone on the inside has grown uncomfortable. They are watching from the shadows, and they've decided you deserve to know the truth. They won't reveal their name yet, but their words will crack this open. That's how you know the tide is turning. Type Amen to get blessing 411. Soon, you'll look back at this moment not with fear, but with gratitude. Because it exposed the ones who never had your back. You'll begin to rebuild, not from ruin, but from awakening. The people you thought you needed will no longer matter. New support will rise. New allies will appear. The storm will pass, and when it does, your name will echo through justice halls like thunder. You're not just clearing your name, you're rewriting your story. Type Amen to get blessing 606. You will sleep better soon. Your pillow won't carry anxiety anymore. Because what was meant to drown you is going to elevate you. The enemy wanted you to give up. But instead, you'll rise higher. What started with a knock on the door will end with a declaration from the heavens. And they'll see, those who lied, those who smiled while setting traps, those who wrote your downfall in paperwork, they'll watch you shine. They'll hear your name not in gossip, but in glory. And they'll regret every word they ever said. Type Amen to get blessing 212. Your time is near. The truth is louder than lies, even when it whispers. And yours is about to roar. So, wait for the knock, but don't fear it. Welcome it. Because this moment, this confrontation, is not your downfall. It's your doorway. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. When you open that door and face the officer, remember, this is just the beginning of justice unfolding. What they hand to you may look like an end, but spiritually, it's your restart. You're standing in the center of a divine reversal, and they don't even know it yet. The signature they want from you will not decide your fate. It's your silence, your energy, your inner calm that will shift everything. And as they walk away, they'll feel it, something about this case feels wrong. They'll carry your energy back with them. They'll think about your eyes, your truth, and the stillness that made them second-guess the story they were given. That seed of doubt will bloom into your full vindication. Type Amen to get blessing 717. Later, as your name starts getting whispered among officials and onlookers, a new story will rise. Not the one they expected, but the one they tried to bury. The real one. Screenshots that were hidden will leak. Conversations that were deleted will resurface. And slowly, the narrative will flip completely in your favor. There's a woman who's already regretting what she did. She's realizing now that the spiritual consequences are far heavier than legal ones. She sees shadows in her sleep, and that's not your fault, it's her guilt chasing her. You won't need revenge. The truth will do the work for you. Type Amen to get blessing 525. Your ancestors are watching. They've seen this before. Generations before you were accused, betrayed, misunderstood, but none of them had your strength. You are the interruption. The cycle stops with you. That's why this case is louder, more vicious, more visible, because your breakthrough is louder too. Don't forget, this isn't just about you. It's about the children who come after you. It's about a bloodline that finally gets to walk free. The enemy is losing ground every time you take a breath and don't respond with fear. You are not ordinary. You were chosen for this fire. Type Amen to get blessing 818. The people who once ignored your calls will call you again soon. But this time, their voice will tremble. Their tone will change. They'll say things like, "I didn't know," or "I was scared too," or "I was told to stay out of it." But you'll remember their silence when you needed them most. You will forgive, but you won't forget. Your new circle will not be built from pity or apology. It will be built from truth, loyalty, and divine recognition. The officer will one day stand in the background while your name is cleared in the same building where it was once questioned. Type Amen to get blessing 404. You'll walk through your neighborhood again without the weight. Without the second glances, the whispers, the assumptions. The person who filed this false case will disappear from public view. They'll face consequences, emotionally, spiritually, and even legally. You won't even need to lift a hand. This moment was designed to reveal who's who in your life. And now, that revelation has begun. Doors that were once closed will begin to open. Favor will return to you unexpectedly. And new protection will cover every step you take. Type Amen to get blessing 909. You'll find your smile again, but this time, it will be real. Not the one you wore to survive, but the one you'll wear in freedom. Even the officer, yes, him, will one day say, "I'm sorry." He may not say it with words, but his actions will speak. He will step back, and that space will give you the strength to walk forward. You'll be invited into rooms that once ignored your presence. You'll speak truth that silences every lie. And when you do, the heavens will echo in agreement. Because you never fought dirty. You never reacted like they expected. You endured. Type Amen to get blessing 313. Your story will be someone else's survival guide. A person facing injustice will one day read about what happened to you, and they'll decide not to give up. You are a living testimony. You are walking evidence of how truth outlasts every scheme, every setup, every warrant. This police officer was just a vessel. But heaven is the author. And that's why the ending will never match the enemy's plan. You're still standing. You're still whole. And now, you're becoming unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Even as you sleep tonight, angels will remain stationed around your home. Not because you're weak, but because you're valuable. They'll watch every movement, every message, every attempt to restart this battle. And they'll stop it at the gate. Because now, divine justice has been activated. The spiritual gavel has been lifted, and it will slam down in your favor. What was meant to bring humiliation will bring honor. What was planned for chaos will deliver clarity. And what was carried to your door in the hands of a uniform will return to your enemy as a storm they can't escape. Type Amen to get blessing 666. You will rebuild, not from ruins, but from revelation. And everything you touch after this will grow faster, stronger, and brighter. Because you've been purified. Not through punishment, but through purpose. So when you hear the knock, pause, breathe, open. Do not shrink. Rise. Because you are not the accused, you are the awakened. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The day that was supposed to break you will be marked as the day your name became sacred. Not because others approved it, but because the heavens defended it. And those who laughed when the warrant came will weep when your name is cleared. Justice delayed is not justice denied. What they thought was a delay was divine strategy. You were being hidden for preparation, not ignored. The police report they drafted will be rewritten. Not by your hands, but by divine movement. The same pen they used to accuse you will be used to approve you. The legal system was manipulated by people who thought they were smarter than God. But they forgot that heaven has archives too. Truth is never lost there. Type Amen to get blessing 313. This is more than reputation. It's spiritual inheritance. They wanted to ruin your present, but God is protecting your next 40 years. Do you feel the shift? Every second that passes now carries divine reversal. The energy has changed, the tables are turning in silence. The officer is just a symbol. But the real breakthrough will come from a completely unexpected source, a stranger who carries proof. That stranger will walk into the courtroom, and everything will stop. There will be gasps, heads turning, papers dropping, and your truth will arrive without needing to beg for it. Type Amen to get blessing 919. They will regret underestimating your resilience. You didn't scream. You didn't beg. You simply stood, calm, silent, powerful. And that shook them more than rage ever could. A judge will review this case and feel uncomfortable. The energy will feel off. They'll know something doesn't align, and they'll start digging. That's when the real cracks will show. Witnesses who were coached will falter. Stories will stop making sense. And one of them, one of your enemies, will break under pressure. They'll confess. Maybe not out of guilt, but out of fear. Because what they stirred up is now haunting them. Type Amen to get blessing 727. The officer who delivered the warrant? His role is not over. He will return to your life, but in a completely different way. He'll be sent again, but this time to remove your name from the system. He will bring news that clears your name officially. He may even apologize without saying the word sorry, but you'll feel it in his presence. This moment, right now, is shaping your legacy. You're not going through this for nothing. You're being chosen to walk through fire so others behind you can walk in peace. The next time someone tries to accuse you, they won't find the same door. That door is now protected. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Remember the people who stood by and watched this unfold. Some of them didn't speak up, not because they agreed, but because they were afraid. They'll come back soon. They'll say they were scared, confused, pressured. And though your heart will feel torn, you will offer them what they couldn't give you, forgiveness. But that doesn't mean they get to walk back into your heart. This pain was also a filter. It revealed who stays silent when you're hurting. Archangel Michael says, you needed this exposure before your explosion of blessings. That's why you were allowed to see all of it before your elevation. Type Amen to get blessing 535. A media report might mention your name briefly. But it won't define you. Because soon after, another report will come, one that flips the script entirely. You'll be spoken of with respect again. But this time, it won't come from defending yourself, it'll come from divine intervention that exposes every lie that was told. The woman who reported you will try to run. She will try to cover her tracks. But the evidence she tried to hide is already in motion. It's in a cloud, in a saved file, in a system she forgot existed. It will rise like smoke. And the world will see what she tried to destroy. Type Amen to get blessing 505. There is a child who looks up to you. You may not know it yet. But they saw how you handled this storm, and they will never forget it. You just taught them something no school could teach, how to stand in truth, how to endure betrayal, and how to trust in divine timing when everything seems broken. You will become the reason they don't give up later in life. And one day, they'll tell someone, I once watched someone I admire go through something terrible, and they never let it change who they are. That's your legacy. Not the accusation. Not the warrant. The strength. Type Amen to get blessing 414. Everything stolen will be returned. Not just in peace, but with interest. Your time. Your peace. Your name. Your favor. It will all return, multiplied. You were never the criminal. You were the threat to darkness, so they tried to silence you with confusion. But now heaven is clearing the fog. The air will feel lighter soon. You will breathe differently. And when you walk, your steps will feel supported by unseen hands. Because you are being carried by the same realm that protected Joseph in prison, Daniel in the lion's den, and now, you in this storm. Type Amen to get blessing 919. Soon, you'll receive a call, not from the police, but from an advocate. Someone who's been silently tracking this entire event. They were moved by your story. They're inspired by your strength. And they will fight for you without asking for anything in return. That's how divine justice works, it sends earthly helpers. People you didn't know existed. People who carry keys to doors you couldn't open alone. This time, you won't knock. The door will be opened for you.